EYESHADOW, what's in my bag?
Hey guys, so in today's video, I'm going to be doing a makeup essentials video, but it's also going to be what makeup I bring with me when I travel, so the makeup that I pack and how I pack it. All of my essentials I need to travel with, and everything that I travel with are my essentials. Does that make sense?
Kinda.
Yeah, they are interconnecting, they go hand in hand. They're like this. If you follow me on Snapchat, you know I'm pretty into packing, being very organized. Yeah, I used to hate packing, but now I kind of like it. I don't know what happened. I don't know why that's the case. Also, I'm gonna go through my life palette with you. So I think I've done a life palette video before where I talked about all the eyeshadows that I keep or use almost every single day. Maybe a few of them have changed in here, so I'm also gonna go through all the shadows that are in here and 9 shadows that I must have with me at all times. All right, so first we're gonna start with my makeup bag. I've gotten a lot of questions on this from vlogs and stuff. This is the bag that I use. It's a clear case. I have a bunch of stuff in here right now that's not a part of my essentials. I took all my essentials out already. But this is the bag that I use, and I checked the brand. I was like, oh, I wonder if it's available on Amazon, but it's not. It's called On-D-Go. Literally O-N-D Go. On-D-Go. And I thought that was pretty clever. So I did buy this at Namie's. I think it was, let me check the price point. It's probably in like the $10 to $15 range. I'm looking at the prices of the other stuff in that brand. I can't find the exact one, although I will link the exact one down below, but probably between $10 and $15 because the large one is $30. But this has been such a great way to pack my makeup because it is clear, so I can kind of see what's going on, especially when I have it full. I don't need to have it full, but sometimes I do have it full. Great way to pack my makeup. So I have one of these just for makeup, and then I have the other one that I use is just for toiletries. So any of my toiletry stuff that I pack, I can fit it in here. So concealers that I travel with, I bring 3 different concealers. The first one is my Sephora Bright Future Gel Serum Concealer. This is like my no makeup concealer that I'll just spot conceal on my face, blend it in. This color Custard blends in perfectly with my skin. So it's like the perfect, like a medium coverage concealer. So I bring that with me. Bye Bye Under Eye. This is by far my most favorite for heavy concealing around the under eye area. I have discoloration in this area. I don't know if it's melasma, some type of hormonal thing that's happened over the past year. I don't know what it is, but it sucks. But this covers it really, really well. And then I have my Tarte Shape Tape. This is the shade Light Neutral, which I just recently got. I still think that Light Medium is a better shade for me, surprisingly. But Light Neutral is the new one that I picked up. So those are the 3 concealers that I have to have with me. Honestly, if I had to have just one makeup product in my makeup bag at all times, like I could live without everything else. Wouldn't want to, but I would have to pick my concealers. At least these 2, my Sephora one and my IT Cosmetics one. Foundations. Sometimes I'll bring different types of foundations. Most of the time, it's whatever my go-to is at the time, which still the Pro Glow. So I'll bring the Infallible Pro Glow number 205. And then I do bring a Pro Matte number 104. This is what I use in the center of my face if I don't want to be as shiny. Right now I'm just wearing Pro Glow all over my face and my nose is pretty shiny already. It's starting to get warmer outside, so that's why. Put a little powder on here. Look at that. A little Charlotte Tilbury powder. Doop. So I'll just bring like the Pro Matte. I don't wear Pro Matte all over my whole face anymore. I just do it in the center of my face to keep it nice and not shiny if that's what I want. Other foundations that I usually bring with me, my Maybelline Matte and Poreless, or if I want to do like different tones, if I need a foundation that's a little bit lighter, I'll do Matte and Poreless 128 or like Armani Luminous Silk, something like that. I'll bring a setting powder with me, of course. This is also something that I am always really close to forgetting this, my Parmesan cheese setting powder, the RCMA No Color powder, just because it doesn't, like I usually leave, like on my desk, I'll leave the lid off and I'll leave it like this and it just gets kind of like it gets pushed off to the side and then I'm like, oh God, I almost forgot it, which would be tragic. I'll do a bronzer, which I typically just do my NARS Laguna. No surprise there. Just like a nice matte bronzer. So blushes, if I'm trying to do different looks, I'll try and think of what I'm doing out there when I'm traveling. If I'm doing different events and I already know typically what I'm gonna wear, I'll try and think and like forecast out what my makeup looks are gonna be. For the most part, I can always rely on these 2 blushes working for any type of look that I do. Can you guess what they are?
Raisin.
Yeah.
And what's the brand?
Ofra.
Apricot.
Yeah, apricot. Very bougie way of saying it. These 2 blushes are always going to be with me. Raisin. I typically do kind of like in the lower area of the cheekbone, like a little bit more into the contour because it's such a pretty like warm bronzy shade. And then I'll do apricot on kind of the apples of the cheeks. It just helps to brighten it up a little bit more. There's also an Ofra blush palette. So if I had like more makeup looks that I wanted to do, or if I was thinking about trying something different, I would probably just throw in the Ofra palette. There's 12 different shades in here, so guaranteed there's got to be something for any look that you could imagine. I'll also always have my Monica Dar C2 powder. This is just a brightening powder that I like to use under my eyes. I just like to bring it with me. It adds that little extra zhuzh that I sometimes feel like I need. I'll also have some type of cream or liquid highlighter. Lately, I've still been gravitating towards the Sephora Radiant Luminizing Drops in the shade Morning Light. I feel like they look really good on the skin. Very glowy, very dewy. And then, oh yeah, I'll bring a powder highlight, but I feel like I'm just kind of bopping around and bringing all different types of powder highlights with me. Lately, I've been using the one from MAC, the Double Gleam, which is pretty bright. This is the one that kind of has like that silver reflect in it. I will always have 2 different types of black eyeliner. Inglot gel liner for sure. Woo! My Inglot gel liner will for sure be in there along with my Inglot Duraline. I can't really have one without the other. I gotta have them both. And then I also have the Kat Von D. This is the tattoo liner, waterproof liquid eyeliner, and it looks like this. So this is what I bring with me like in my purse. Sometimes, I don't know how it happens, but sometimes it's like a little fleck will come off on the inner corner and it'll drive me crazy. So I like to have this in my bag just to be able to touch up. This is actually what I keep with me like in my purse. I used to keep one in my car at all times. If I start to see like my lash line or my lashes lifting, like they're really stubborn on this inner corner area right here. Sometimes they'll start to lift a little bit and I just go in with some black liner. I'm like, no, I'm just covering you up. That's just how I'm gonna deal with that situation. I will always pack at least 2 fresh pairs of Queen Bee lashes, my Cocoa lashes, my go-tos, which I'm not wearing today. These are the Demi G lashes from Cocoa Lashes that I've been wearing recently. I feel like they're very fluffy and pretty. So I'll have, depending on the length of the trip, at least 2 pairs of fresh lashes. And then I'll usually have like a pair on when I travel, or I'll have like a used pair with me too. So typically around 3 pairs of lashes because you never know what's gonna happen. Shit could go south and you like trim a lash and then it's like dead. And you need to have it back. You've seen it happen before. I'll have my brow product with me. I just have been using the Benefit Ka-Brow shade number 4. Black eyeshadow. This is the only black eyeshadow that I have that I travel with. I've had the same Urban Decay blackout shadow for like 4 years. And it's still in the same spot because I don't use it too terribly often. But black eyeshadow, I like to keep this one not depotted because if there's like fallout in my Z palette and this black eyeshadow gets everywhere, it's gonna kind of turn into a mess. Especially if I get blackout in my peach smoothie, I will not be happy about it. Next is primers. This is still my go-to primer, the Makeup Forever Hydrating. I just freaking like it, okay? I just like it on my face. So next for lip colors, like I said before, if I know what outfits I'm gonna wear or if I have like events planned out, I'll usually have makeup planned out in my head, kind of an idea of what I wanna do. So I always bring nude lipstick with me, whether it's a liquid lipstick. I always have nude lipsticks with me, regular lipsticks and liquid lipsticks. And then I do bring colors. So depending on what it is I'm gonna do, the very last thing I throw in my makeup bag is I just start shoving in all sorts of different liquid lipstick colors. Like literally in my head, I'll just be like, what if I wanna wear red lip? What if I wanna wear like purple? What if I wanna do dark brown? I end up not even wearing them half the time, but I still put it in there anyway just for my own personal safety. So this was what was in here for my last trip, so I thought I would just kind of show the 4 colors that I had. I had the Too Faced Melted Matte Lady Balls. This is the really bold red color. Something spilled in my bag. The Duraline always spills. I think that's what it is. It's a little sticky. The Too Faced Cool Girl Liquid Lipstick, which surprisingly, I like this color a lot. It's kind of like a muted springy color. I don't even know how to describe it, but I do like this shade with like a no makeup kind of look. I have Ofra Americano, which is a really pretty, like, I almost feel like it's if raisin was a lipstick, you know? It's a good color to have. And then this one, this is pretty funny that I have this in here, but this is ColourPop Chandelier. This is that pink color that I wore in, I don't remember exactly what video it was. Hot New Shit, maybe? My last Hot New Shit that I did. It's a really pretty pink color. Also good to do with like a simple makeup look. So I had this with me also. And then I'll throw in a couple lip liners to go with those. Sometimes I have a lip liner to match, sometimes I don't. What are you gonna do? Okay, we have mascara. I typically use 2 different mascaras when I put on mascara. That probably sounds crazy, but it's just what works for me. Lately, for like the past, I don't know, probably year, I've been using the Too Faced Better Than Sex waterproof mascara This one keeps your lashes curled all day long. I've repurchased it like 2 or 3 times now. It just works really well to keep them curled, especially if you like, because I have pretty long lashes. So if I don't use a mascara that's gonna keep my lashes curled, they're gonna like stick straight out and not blend in with my lashes, and it looks kind of crazy. I got caught up one time in one of my videos and I got called out. You guys called me out because I had giraffe lashes sticking straight out. This is what I use on my top lashes. Works really well. Gotta have it with me. And then for the bottom lashes, the Maybelline Big Shot Mascara has been working really well for me. This particular one is the waterproof. They sent me some waterproof after I wished for waterproof. I didn't even know it existed at the time, but it did. Yes, those are both waterproof mascaras, but lately I've been using oil to take off my makeup, so it's worked out fine. It's not really stubborn or anything. Normally, this was my go-to to take off my makeup, the Kirkland makeup wipes. I still keep these on deck. I still repurchase them. I still use them. I still buy them. For the most part, when I'm taking off my makeup, I now like to use an oil. I feel like when I do too many makeup wipes, my face starts to hurt, especially my eyes, like with heavy eye makeup. It's just easier to use an oil, so I've been using the Tatcha oil. I do have a travel size one. And now I'm gonna jump into like makeup tools for when I travel. So I have to bring a MAC Fix Plus. This is a travel size one, coconut flavor. I have the MAC 24-Hour Extend Eye Base. Is typically the only primer, but I gotta bring an eye primer. House of Lashes Lash Glue. I actually prefer to buy the little ones rather than the large one, just because I feel like they get kind of gunky and I don't want to use it anymore after it gets gunky, so I just get the little ones. This still irritates my lash line, by the way. I'm trying to find an alternative, but I'm not having very much luck at the moment. I bring my L'Occitane. This is what I use in my brows instead of a brow gel. It works really, really well. I'm still on the same cube. I don't know why I took so many from the hotel. I took like 5 bars. Can't even tell. It's barely made any. Oh, there's a dent right there. You can kind of see it. It's the only one that sticks the front part of my brow straight up. Other soaps won't do it. So this is like, I just throw this in my makeup bag. Good to go. I always have a pair of tweezers. Always lose them, but I always order Tweezerman. These little ones from Amazon. They're really sharp. I always have little manicuring scissors from, these are Revlon ones that I've had for like ever. Just good to have for trimming lashes and just good to have scissors in general. I end up using these to take off tags off my shirts like all the time. I always have my little coaster. It's really dirty at the moment, but this is my coaster that I use to put my foundation on. So that way I'm not putting it on my hand, because if I put it on my hand, I always forget to wipe it off. And I feel like my hand absorbs a lot of product. So I always bring one of these with me because this is how I do my makeup. And then this is what I use to clean my beauty blender when I travel, because I do still clean it when I travel. This is actually the Beauty Blender Solid Cleanser. It works really well. Normally when I'm at home cleaning my beauty blenders, I use the Dr. Bronner's Castile soap. Works really well on beauty blenders. This works really well too. All right, other tools that I bring with me. One of them is I just keep like a little thing of Q-tips. I don't actually buy the travel size Q-tips. I'm so weird when it comes to buying travel size things. I actually won't do it because I know how much more they charge you for it. You know what I mean? So I usually put Q-tips in a little Ziploc bag and throw it in my makeup or my toiletry case, but I have to have Q-tips, like actual Q-tips, because the ones in the hotel, they're just stick. There's not actually any cotton on them. Am I right or am I right?
Sell them, girl.
I'm right. They hurt. If you stick them on your face, they actually hurt. Anyway, so I have that. Oh, this kind of is like borderline makeup toiletry. Don't know which one it is. Sunscreen. I did use the IT Cosmetics Under Armour or Beauty Armor. It's like a liquid SPF 50. It has kind of a tint to it. It's more of like a serum kind of feeling thing. That was like on a no makeup day. I still like that product, but this is what I've been using lately. This is the Tatcha Pore Perfecting Sunscreen SPF 35. This one's just like legit, hey, I just need to put some sunscreen on my face. This is what I've been using for that. Okay, this is like an extra bonus. Bonus round! This is what I bring on my carry-on. I've actually reduced the amount of stuff that I bring in on my carry-on a lot, surprisingly. All right, so this is a little bag that I got on a Tarte trip, and it has a bunch of good stuff in here. So I still just throw it in my carry-on. It's got like little Band-Aids. I threw some Pepto in here. I have to have Pepto with me. Even though I don't have a lot of stomach situations, it's just like safety. It makes me feel safe having it. I have gum, Advil, aka Ibuprofen, body lotion, just like a hand cream. Always gotta have a hand cream on the plane. Neosporin, I do have a travel size one, but I can't find it. I noticed when I travel, my nails, they like to separate from my finger, like underneath the nail. It like hurts really bad. I think it's because it's so dry, so I just jam some Neosporin underneath my nail and it feels a lot better. And then I have a little travel toothpaste and a travel toothbrush with all my wipes, of course.
Also,
I do have one of my old videos of what I bring in my carry-on. I can link that one down below. So if you guys want to see that one, that's like an extreme carry-on. I've softened it a little bit. I bring less shit with me now. Lastly, we're going to be talking about my Life palette. I don't know why I started calling it that. It's just, it is what it is. So in this palette, I have 9 matte eyeshadows. If I just had these for the rest of my life, I would survive. I wouldn't be ecstatic about it. I would like to play with more eyeshadows, but these are the ones that just, you know what I'm talking about? You're just like, dude, just give me that. I can do something. I can make something work with that. You know what I'm saying? We have Americano from Makeup Geek, that good purpley brown, nice deep shade. I can use it for a blending color, a deepening color, or if I want to do a smoky eye. Rich Brown from ABH, kind of more of a matte, really deep brown if I don't want to use black. Perfect. Sienna from ABH, which is, you know, the perfect reddish brown. Fudge from ABH, which is a really pretty warm brown color to use. Creme Brulee from Makeup Geek, which is a really good transition shade. Fawn is my absolute favorite shadow. I could probably have that shadow for the rest of my life and I would be chilling. I could do so many different things with it. Perfect medium brown, like neutral transition color. Caramel from ABH. It's a little bit on the orangey, like warm side for me, but it's okay. I still really like it. Wild West from Makeup Geek. I don't use this shade ever, actually. I feel like this one would look good with Americano. If I wanted to do a different tone, normally with Americano, I would just use Fawn with it. That's kind of like my go-to, but one of these days I'm gonna hit Wild West and Americano together. And then Peach Smoothie is another one from Makeup Geek that I really, really love. Perfect lid brightening. If I want to brighten up the lid, it's like the perfect shade to use. So those are my 9 go-to shadows that I have to have with me at all times. And you know what's funny? No matter how much I use an eyeshadow, like I never really realized it until you guys told it to me that I use products really delicately or I don't use a lot of product. I don't know why that is, but I don't think I've ever run out of an eyeshadow before. I don't know if that's weird. I know I have a lot of eyeshadows, but I've never run out of an eyeshadow, and it's even pretty rare that I ever hit pan on an eyeshadow, so Fawn is like a big deal for me. So obviously you can create your own Life palette. 9 is like the magic number for me. I don't need any more. I don't need any less. That's like a good one. But another really great one actually that I wanted to recommend to you guys is the Dose of Colors Baked Browns if you like brown eyeshadow, obviously. This is a really good palette. There is kind of a lot of fallout, but I can get past that. I still really like the colors in here. This red shade is such, I like it more than Sienna actually, that red color that's in here. I think it's so pretty. It's like really, really rich and it doesn't turn pink. It's like the perfect shade. This one is really similar to Blanc Type from MAC, which was one of my favorites. And then you have the dark brown and then you have the 2 medium browns. One is a little bit more similar to Fawn and then one is more of like a terracotta undertone to it. So this is like, I feel like this could be a really good Life palette if you like your browns and if you like more of like the pinky purple shades, the Marvelous Mauves. I really like these 2 eyeshadow palettes from Dose of Colors. They're really, really pretty. The last thing that I bring is my brushes. So I bring up one beauty blender. I'll usually just pop it in here and throw it in my makeup bag or wrap it in like a tissue or something. I bring a lot less brushes than what I used to bring. I keep it pretty simple. Let me see. I'm over here trying to simplify it real quick, you know, before I talk about it. Having one of these is like perfect to travel with makeup brushes as opposed to using a roll. I used to use Ziploc bags, honestly, to travel with makeup brushes, but this just makes it really convenient because you can just open it up and your makeup brushes are ready to go. This is from Luxie, but so many different companies make brush holders. This is all the face brushes that I bring, which I don't think is too many. My Morphe E8, this is like the brush I get asked about so often that I buff out my concealer with. I don't know if they still sell this one or not, but this is just like, this is what I used to buff out my concealer. I get a ton of questions on that one. These are some under eye ones from Morphe, E49, E53. I have some crown ones in here, my little blush brush, IB105. And then some like Kat Von D brushes, just extra powder ones. My Japanesque for bronzer, my Smashbox fan brush, and that's pretty much it. This is like my little NYX contour brush. And then eye brushes is like way less than what it used to be. So what I bring for eye, just like a spoolie that I can use to get off extra mascara. My Sonia Kashuk eyeliner brush. This is the Kelly Baker eyebrow brush. I like to use this to apply my brows. And then if I ever want to use powder, I use this angled brush to put powder on. This fluffy Zoeva one, the 228 crease brush. And then I'll do like 3 Smith Cosmetics brushes. Smith Cosmetics has like some of the best blending brushes ever. 232, 230, and 247. I could do my eyes with these every single day, promise you. I'll do like my little Morphe E36, like a detail brush. Luxie 231 is another brush that I absolutely have to have for doing like lower lash line. And then just a couple more little detail pencil brushes, and that's pretty much it. Boom. And then I just fit all my makeup brushes in here, and I'm ready to go. So that's everything, all makeup products and utensils and how I pack my makeup. Everything that you saw, I can bring on the flight with me. I can bring it to carry on and I don't get messed with. I've never had any issues bringing my makeup through security. Cross your fingers that I never have any issues, but so far I haven't had any issues. As long as it's under a certain size, you should be fine. You have to check on the TSA website to make sure what that size is because I'm not entirely sure. I don't want to be like caught up in case somebody gets caught up. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and thank you so much for watching. I'm super shiny, huh? Oof.
Look like you don't know, like you're opening up like, what the fuck is this? Open up like there's a gold ray popping out of it. A unicorn Skittle bag. Like it's a rainbow in there. Whoa! Pointing at it like, holy shit, look at this bag. Do like an airplane with your hand.
Is it an airplane?
I don't know. Or like a boat. Row a boat. Maybe like boom, like this. Like, bitch.
I think it's stupid. I hate it.